Okay, welcome social media marketing students. This is the first video giving you a brief introduction to Facebook Business Manager and kind of just going over the basics of it, the overview, the layout, just introducing you to the tools. In later videos, we'll go more in depth into individual sections of Business Manager and how to navigate it specifically. But for the purposes of this video, we're just going to show you how to get to Facebook Business Manager, explain what it is, and kind of show you the basic steps. So we're starting with Google because I'm going to show you how to get to Facebook Business Manager. So if you don't already know, Facebook Business Manager is a separate free website from Facebook that allows you to basically manage all the business aspects of a Facebook page or advertising accounts. And so this is what it looks like. Facebook Business Manager, it's totally free. You can either log in or create an account. I already have an account. We'll log in a second, but you'll see this page here. And so for your first time, you go over here to create account, and then you'll just use your generic Facebook login to log in. So you should create a Facebook account and then just use it to enter here. It's really, really simple. So I'll log in and use my email and password. Forgive the background noise. So we're logging in. Great. So here is the Business Manager overview. I don't know why it's doing that, but I'll click on one particular account that I have, and here we go. So this is Business Manager Home, right? This is kind of home base right here. It shows all of the advertising accounts that I'm currently active on or working on right now. They'll come and go depending on my clients. This is my profile over here, my business to the left. Now you guys as individuals, when you make your accounts, you'll have a personal account right here. And then you'll then be authorized to work on different businesses. And then the assets, which in this case are advertising accounts, pages, and so forth, you'll be assigned those, and then they'll show up here once you get them added. But this is what mine looks like as a business owner. So you see the amount spent, the active campaigns I have, all this stuff. You'll see the different pages in which I am currently working on and the different numbers. It has number of likes, reach, and post engagements, and you can, a common theme throughout Business Manager is you can change the time frame. Here it's not very complicated. Here you have a calendar, you can change it in there as well. So along here, the top bar, this kind of stays the same as we'll go into it, but here you pick whatever. So you'll see that my Gabriel Aponte is listed under different organizations to work on their accounts for them, because some of my clients, they don't give me access directly for my business, so I do it under theirs. You'll have a notifications tab here. It's pretty generic social media interface. And then here you'll have business settings, which is where all of the administrative stuff takes place. There's a toolbar on the left. You'll see different people that I work with and different assets that are assigned. Facebook calls an ad account and a page an asset, as well as Instagram accounts. And basically anything that can be owned or logged into is considered an asset by Facebook standards. And so you'll see different pages and ad accounts, and you can add them or request access depending on what you're doing. And so I'll go into this more later, but this is kind of just the back end side, the settings page. And so going back to home, so yeah, this is home plate. You'll navigate from here and then so on and so forth. And now we'll go into, when you click this hamburger stack here on the left, this shows basically everything contained in Business Manager. So the Ads Manager is arguably the most important part of Business Manager, because this is where you work on and alter and edit and run individual advertising accounts and campaigns here in Ads Manager. And then there's different reporting things to get metrics and KPIs, and testing and analytics is a big deal. Pixels and events, the Events Manager is a big deal because this is where you do your Facebook pixel and such, and where a lot of retargeting happens. Under Assets, audiences are also considered assets, as well as catalogs. So this is where you can, it's like a laboratory for creating, testing, refining different types of Facebook ad audiences. This happens here. Catalogs are, if a business has a catalog of products from their website, you can upload them into Facebook and be able to integrate them directly into your ad campaigns, which is really cool. Videos as well, and then obviously settings and billing. And then Audience Insights is interesting because this is where you can really figure out how to build the audiences that you build over here. It kind of helps you break down interests and targeting demographic, and depending on how far you guys are with that knowledge, you'll understand the need for this. But basically just a brief overview and just to show you kind of what Ads Manager looks like. I'll have a separate video going into the Ads Manager sections specifically. But this is Ads Manager, so if I click on an individual ad account that I'm working on, it takes me here to a separate page. And this is where you can see an overview of everything that's happening with the business that you're working on, the results, the reach, the frequency, all the KPIs. You can adjust the columns here, just kind of go over what you want to see. Do you want to see engagement? Do you want to test how it was delivered? And here you have the lifetime of all the campaigns. You can see here a lot of them are turned off because you test and run. And then if I click over here on the date range, I can switch it to lifetime, which shows me everything that's ever been done, has total amount spent for the time frame, which is about a year on this particular account. The overview tab just gives you a good visual sense of it and takes the most important metrics here and kind of shows you, what you've been doing, how it's gone and such. And it breaks down by gender. The cool thing about this tool is that it goes incredibly in depth, which as marketers is a really big deal. I can see the best hours of the day that work best with whatever campaigns I'm running. Then again, this is lifetime, and so these are a ton of different campaigns, and so this data really doesn't make any sense because it's just combining everything that's ever been done. But anyway, it's just a good idea to get a feel for what it looks like. It shows where most of reach happens. This is a new tab that was just added recently. I think in the last 2 weeks, this literally was added, opportunities, which it's more like a Facebook marketing tool, essentially, to show off how cool they think their advertising platform is. But it's you can read through these and look at some success stories and stuff to kind of get a feel for what people are doing with the tool. And then we'll go into each of these tabs. This is the campaign tab. Ads Manager is broken down into 3 main tabs: campaign, ad set, and ad. Each is going to deserve its own video and its own explanation for how to use it and what it's for and what you can do. But just to know what it looks like, just understand the fundamental concept of a campaign is like 30,000 foot level, ad set is 15,000 foot level, and ads are 10,000, one inside the other, like stacked cups. And then the ad section is where you actually create what people see, the actual ad itself. And again, we'll do a whole other video going in depth on this. Another place to navigate to is pixels, which is a really big deal because this is where all the retargeting and all the data happens. I'll explain this in another video, but the Facebook pixel is essentially, it's a piece of computer code that's installed on a website that allows Facebook to track events that happen on it. So how many people view it versus buy something, et cetera, et cetera. There's different pixels that I have for the different accounts that I'm active on and so forth. Like this pixel, it's a different account completely, if it'll load, right? It's different events, it's 11,000 events, it just depends. And a pixel is also considered an asset by Facebook standards, so it's a piece of digital property, essentially. And we'll go into this much later, and there's a lot to go through with that. Audience Insights tool is essentially, again, this is like a laboratory. This is where you create audiences. You can size them down by location, what they like. It shows you nice graphs based on things you're searching for. And you can see what type of pages are liked by certain types of people. And so it's a really great place to figure out, like for example, just men top page likes is sports leagues, right? With an audience of 80 to 90 million people in the United States. Pretty broad, but then you narrow it down. I'll get into this later, make a whole other video about it. And then we have, let's see, what's next? Custom conversions. Actually, no, we won't leave, we'll leave that alone for now. Audiences are here. And this is the asset library where you can see all your audiences for specific accounts, what they are, how big they are, whether they're ready. Once you create an audience using Audience Insights, it takes a while to populate, quote unquote, and update and show you how many people are in it and whether it's ready to use or not. And so these kind of show up here in the audiences section. And then you have images and that you use and different things that you keep. But yeah, this is asset library section of it. Analytics is a big one, although this really ties into the pixel. But in analytics, you can really see everything based on whatever entity you're looking at. So certain pixels give certain pieces of data that other ones don't. And once you get into the actual client you guys are going to work on, you should create a pixel for them and track all these things as well. There's a lot more. And obviously settings and billing, and then here's catalogs, like I mentioned before. I don't think I have a lot of catalogs in here, if any at all. But these basically, oh, I do have some. But these basically help target your advertising even more. By uploading specific products, these help link, and you can track results on specific ads that you run for like a particular type of product. And again, this is another page where you can, because if you get added on different accounts, I select the one that's mine, obviously. And that's basically a brief overview to Business Manager. Again, this is home base. You use this tab up here to navigate throughout it. It's kind of complicated in the beginning, but once you understand where everything is, it's really easy to use. And it's pretty intuitive. And there's a ton of guides online that will help you if you have any issues with it, like getting registered, getting an account, etc. And these are all the pages. You just pick a page and you can just open it. It opens a new tab. And then when you open this page, it shows you the page as though you're working on the business, and you can edit things for this page. Like this is a client in Florida that I have, an electrician. And so you can edit things, right? You can't edit things normally looking. And so anyways, so this is the end of the first video. I'll cut this off right here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. We'll get more going soon, but this is just a brief introduction to Facebook Business Manager, how to get in it, how to kind of basically navigate it. We'll go way more in depth into the campaign ad set ads. We'll look into analytics a lot more. But for now, this is just kind of a brief 30,000 foot level overview of the tool, because a lot of people don't even know that this tool really exists, and that this is really where all of the advertising is done. This is where it's done. It's not done in a simulator-like environment like the simulator in the course. It's all done here. And so anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one.